Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports MLB Rundown picks and predictions for Friday, July 4th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, so we had somehow another positive day in the MLB. That brings our season record to above 500. We have been below 500 for, I think, over the past month, which makes sense because basically every single money line we take is plus money, so it checks out. But we have squeaked above 500, so hopefully we keep this upward trend going. 5-3 on the day. I'm going to recap these games real quick, then we'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. Game 1, it was the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. Final score of this game, Milwaukee 2, New York 3. Pretty boring baseball game, to be honest with you. Total of 14 hits. The score was 1-1 up until the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Mets plated 2 on a Juan Soto single and then a Pete Alonso double. The Brewers answered back in the top of the 7th with a solo shot, but then nothing else happened. So the Mets win the game 3-2. We win the under 8.5. We lose the Brew Crew plus 135 on the money line. Next game, it was the Marlins and the Twins. We win Marlins plus 100 on the money line. We lose the over 8.5 runs. Somehow, the Twins let Yuri Perez go 6 innings, only give up 1 hit, and he struck out 7 of them. 7 batters, 1 hit. Yuri Perez. This Twins team is horrible. I've been saying it for a while. They're egregiously bad at baseball. It is ridiculous how they continue to be favored in games when they suck this much. David Festa went 6 innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 earned runs. He also struck out 7, but it doesn't matter as much or sound as good when you give up 4 earned runs. So shout out to the Marlins. Marlins are quietly only 7 games below 500 now. They are kind of making a push. If they can win the next 2 series, get right around 500, you never know what can happen towards the back half of the season. Next game, the only game of the day where we actually won both of the bets. We had the Angels plus 120. We had the under 9.5 runs. This was no sweat all the way. Angels win this game 5-1. They out-hit the Atlanta Braves 11-5. I mean, this was 4-0 in the top of the 4th, and then really nothing happened for the rest of the game. Who did it? You had Joe Adell with a single, Nolan Schanuel with a 2-run blast, Zach Neto with a homer, Taylor Ward with a triple, and then you had the steroid-using Jurickson Profar. He hit a solo shot in the bottom of the 9th, and that was the Braves' only run. The Braves moved to 8 games below 500. The Angels get back to 500 even, 43-43. Then finally, we had the Blue Jays plus 100 on the money line. I don't know why I took the under in all of the games in this series. I'm an idiot. The Blue Jays have been hitting the tar out of the baseball. They've scored 8, 11, and 12 this series. And for some reason, I took the under in every game like an idiot. But they do win, so we hit the plus 100 on the money line. No clue why the Yankees are favored this big. They've been horrible recently. Absolutely horrible. So, our losers, we already discussed the Brew Crew plus 135 as they lose by 1 to the Mets. The over in the Twins game never stood a shot. Again, they only got 1 hit out of 6 innings against Yuri Perez, which should be a bannable expense, or bannable for MLB purposes. And then we had the under 8.5 in the Yankees and Blue Jays. I should never be taking an under with the Blue Jays currently, the way they're swinging the bat. So that was dumb. But overall, good day. 5-3. We hit 3 plus money on the money lines. We take those. So let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. First game we got, it is the Cincinnati Reds headed to Philly, take on the Phillies. I'm going to take the Reds plus 135 on the money line. Also going to take the under of 8.5 runs. Andrew Abbott has been an absolute demon this year. I don't know why Vegas keeps disrespecting him when he starts games. 7-1 with a 1.79 ERA. He's got great stuff. 80 innings pitched, 76 strikeouts, 22 walks, only giving up 9 home runs. He's coming off of a fantastic start against San Diego and St. Louis. He has given up 3 earned runs total in his last 26 innings pitched. 3 earned runs, 26 innings. You have a 5-inning outing where he gave up 1, a 7-inning outing where he gave up 1, a 5-inning outing where he gave up 1, and then he went 9 innings of shutout baseball against Cleveland, which again might not be saying much just based on what Cleveland has been recently, but 4 fantastic starts in a row where he's given up at most 1 run in all of them. So shout out to Andrew Abbott. You've been looking really good. Jesus Luzardo, he was really good at the beginning of the year. Recently, inconsistent. His most recent start gave up 2 at Atlanta. Before that, he went 6 2/3, giving up 0 to the Mets. Gave up 4 to the Marlins, 1 to Chicago, 8 to Toronto, 12 to Milwaukee. So if his stuff is not good on that day, he is getting shelled. But he'll probably give you about 5 or 6 innings, give up 2 runs, and that's about what it'll be. So I think we're going to see a Reds 4-3 win here. Give me the Reds money line. Give me the under 8.5 runs. All right, next one. It should be no surprise who we are fading here on July 4th. Give me the Rays, minus 105 on the money line. Give me the over 8.5 runs. Not only have the Twins been atrocious at baseball, they're also on a travel spot where they had to go from Miami back home to Minnesota and then play baseball the next day. These are 2 teams heading in the exact opposite directions, so I'm going to take the team that is actually good at baseball. The Rays, they're 9 games over 500, 20-14 on the road this season. They won their most recent game. The Twins, they're 3-7 in their last 10. They scored 1 run against Yuri Perez. That should tell you everything you need to know. These are how many runs they've scored in their most recent games. 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 5, 1, 10. That's random. 2, 5, 2, 0, 6. These guys suck. They're horrible. I don't care who's on the mound for either team. There's no way you can tell me the Twins should be minus 120 at home. I don't care that it's 4th of July. I don't care that they're at home. This team is ass. For video purposes, we will look at Chris Paddock's most recent games, but it really does not matter. He's given up in his most recent starts. 3 to Detroit, 4 to Seattle, 4 to Cincinnati, 8 to Houston. Like, what? This dude is minus 120, by the way. Then let's take a gander at Zach Littell. It's probably not going to be good because the dude is 7-7. He's actually been going great. He gave up 1 to Baltimore, 1 to Detroit, 3 to Baltimore, 4 to Boston, 1 to Miami, 3 to Houston, 1 to Minnesota. He's already played Minnesota this year. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, gave up 1 earned. Give me Tampa Bay all day. The Twins suck ass. Next game we got, it is probably one of the most important series of the entire weekend. It is an NL Central battle between the Cardinals and the Cubs. I'm going to take the Cards plus 130 on the money line, also taking the over of 8.5 runs. Do I really love the idea of betting behind Miles Mikolas? No, not particularly. He kind of sucks this year. 4-5 with a 4.76 ERA. But Colin Rea, his dude's been getting absolutely shelled recently. His ERA used to be around 2. It is now all the way up to the mid-4s. His most recent games have not been good. He gave up 2 earned runs in 5 innings to Houston. He gave up 7 earned runs in 5 innings to Seattle. He gave up 2 to Pittsburgh, 4 to Philly, 6 to Cincinnati, 6 to Cincinnati again before that. He's just not been going very well. Mikolas is a total wild cannon. You don't know what you're going to get with him. Actually, you do know what you're going to get with him. It's going to be a whole lot of shit. He gave up 6 to Cleveland, 2 to Cincinnati, 2 to Milwaukee, 6 to Toronto, 3 to Kansas City, 4 to Baltimore. He's going to give up runs. The question is, can the Cardinals actually get some runs off of Colin Rea? And I think the answer is yes. The Cardinals have been playing decent baseball. They need to win this series if they want to have a chance at winning the NL Central. I like their team lineup overall better than the Cubs. Cubs are semi-inconsistent. Yes, Kyle Tucker's having a fantastic season. Yes, Pete Crow Armstrong is a dog. But the bottom half of their lineup does not inspire me at all. You have Dansby Swanson, who I've never thought is good. Nico Hornier, it's like meh, whatever. Matt Shaw, no. Reese McGuire, no. The only concerning thing for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado, I think he's still out with that thumb or maybe pointer finger injury that he got like 2 or 3 days ago. So he may or may not be playing in this game. But either way, I'm back in the Cardinals, plus 130, and the over of 8.5 runs. Final game of the day here. We're going to be fading New York on a slight travel spot, but not really because like they're going back home, but they have to play at the Mets. I don't know if you're a Yankees guy. Do you sleep at home? Do you sleep at a hotel? I don't know. I don't know the answer to these things. But what I do know is they just got swept by Toronto, and they got messed around in every single game. They then have to travel home in a late travel spot. That game ended around 10:30 Eastern time, so you got to get in a plane and then go home. Not to mention, you've lost a bajillion games in a row, and now you have to go play the Mets. So, pretty lit environment. Should be a good game. I don't like Paul Blackburn. I don't like Marcus Stroman. I feel more comfortable with the over than anything. Both of these starting pitchers are horrible, but I do just have to take the Mets here as the Yankees have lost 4 in a row. They're 3-7 in their last 10. And the Mets are 30-13 at home this year. So they're a different beast when they're playing at home. They're coming off of a series win against the Brewers. So they got some confidence riding into this one. I'll take the home team, the Mets. They get to stay home. They don't have to travel. The Yankees got to travel back to New York, and they're depressed because they just got swept in a 4-game series. Okay, so that's going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.